All right, so summertime is coming to an end, and you might be noticing that your healthy habits that you have had all summer long are starting to kind of waver or fall apart. Or you may even notice that you haven't really been able to keep your schedule and routine and everything that you like to do at all this summer, and you're just feeling really frustrated with yourself, really down, and you don't know kind of what to do with that. So what I want to do is kind of break down why this happens, why seasonally you might need to be a little bit more open and flexible with how you approach your health and fitness, and then how we can kind of revamp you or rework it so you are actually able to get back into a routine, start seeing those results again, and kind of get past this plateau or this mindset of why nothing is working for you, okay? So my big thing here at Health and Hobbies is that health should take you through life. It should not take it over. And what I mean by that is that your routines or your diet or your schedule or anything that you are wanting to do in the health kind of sphere should not overtake everything else that you are doing in life. So what I mean by that is that your morning routine should not interfere or prevent you from doing the things that you actually want to do just because you need that morning routine. It should be something that works with your life, but can also be flexible if life changes. So if you need to have 2 hours to yourself before you get ready for work or the day or whatever it might be, and something happens where you oversleep, your alarm doesn't go off, or you're dealing with a life event right now where you can't have that time to yourself in the morning, and then everything else kind of falls apart because of it, we don't want that. We want flexibility enough where you have a baseline for your health that you can always fall back on when life happens and things come up. And then from there, you can build off of your ideal situation. Ideally, you're not going to stay at this baseline all the time. This is the baseline that you fall back to when, again, life happens, things come up, and then you're able to adjust and move from there. And if this seems like something that you have been wanting to kind of figure out and create, that you're burnt out from your routine, you're burnt out from the all or nothing mentality when it comes to health, definitely join my diary newsletter down below. I'm super excited to, like, in the next coming months to kind of go through things step by step, like week by week, every single Monday, walking you through something to actually make those attainable steps and to walk you through this coming year of health and hobbies. So if you are interested, definitely join the newsletter down below, because I'm going to be taking you through this live for free in the coming year and the coming months. So definitely check that out. But for creating your baseline, it's going to be things like, for example, this is what I have been doing over the last, let's be honest, all summer long, because I have not been consistent in the gym. I have been kind of somewhat consistent with my boxing, but it seems like once June and July hit, it just kind of fell back from here, or from my like ideal routine. But these are the things that I have been able to do, and I've actually been able to still see progress. I have had slow, steady weight loss, and it's been really maintainable and manageable, and also quite enjoyable. So again, this isn't stuff that's going to guarantee weight loss or anything, but it is things that help create this healthy baseline to where I don't have to work out every single day, even like I want to, but I don't have to, and in times don't need to, and I'm still seeing progress. So this can be things like, I've noticed if I go 8 to 10K steps every single day, 5K maybe on the weekend if I don't want to do anything, but 8 to 10K steps, this could be an hour to an hour and a half of walking throughout the day. This is not necessarily meaning that I'm going for a long walk. So for example, I just got back from a walk with my boyfriend. I went and walked around the grocery store really quick to get a couple of things. And then I'm going to be going on a longer walk right after this, and wearing my weighted vest. This is about 12 pounds. I really do enjoy doing that if I feel like I want to get a workout in. And that's another thing of movement, but we'll talk about that later. If I want to get a workout in, but don't want to actually like do something in here, I can just go for a longer walk and wear a weighted vest. So by the end of it, I should have that 8 to 10K steps. Maybe I go for a little extra walk and then I call it good for the day. But that has been able to maintain my weight and also help me continue to lose the weight that my body does not need. I've been trying to get my water in before coffee because I love starting my day off with a cup of coffee. There's nothing like it. But if I do that and then it turns into 2 or 3 cups of coffee and I have not had any water, then my anxiety and depression and overthinking mind will start spiraling and wandering. And then all of a sudden my heart is racing and I'm just standing here. So a cup of a cup of water before your coffee is actually very beneficial if you do have anxiety or like a running spacing mind. That'll help out a lot. Get your protein in. I know that you are a fitness girly. I know that this is something that you have done. It is your identity. We can talk about that later. But getting your protein in is going to be very beneficial. And again, I will talk about this in a later video, but your protein doesn't need to be like the 200 plus grams of protein that you have been like focused on and groomed about because you have been following the health and fitness space for so long and you grew up in like the 2000s, 2010s of bodybuilders. Okay? You do not need to do that. If anything, let me just check. Yeah. If anything, I would recommend, instead of like the 1 to 2 grams of protein per pound that you are, I would recommend 0.5 to 0.8. Let me just double check. Let's say live update. Yeah, let's say 0.6 to 0.8. I would say 0.6 if you are just going for walks and doing nothing else at the bare minimum. 0.8 if you are working out pretty consistently or you like to lift weights, I'd say 3 to 5 days a week. That's going to be really beneficial. And I've noticed that has helped out a lot, not only with me maintaining my muscle, but also just with my ability to, like when I do work out, I feel really good. It keeps me fuller longer. It's helping prevent me from snacking throughout the day. It's just been really beneficial. So I would highly encourage 0.6 to 0.8 grams per pound that you are, okay? And that's been really beneficial. So it doesn't need to be anything crazy. It can just be trying to mentally be aware of it. I'm not talking about counting calories because we do not do that here, but just being aware of that in particular, along with like your fiber intake and fruits and veggies, which again, I'm a grown ass adult and health coach, personal trainer, whatever you want to call it. I still have to remind myself, I forgot to have my blueberries this morning. I still have to remind myself to get my fruits and veggies in. Veggies I have gotten a little bit better because we meal prep our food, so it's just cook once, eat the rest of the week, and I can just shove everything in there and forget about it. But eating your fruits and veggies also will help not only with your cravings, but also just with your daily feelings and advice going around that, okay? And then finally, get your 3 meals in a day. You do not need your 6 to 10 meals throughout the day because you are not a bodybuilder, okay? You are not a professional athlete. You are not looking to compete in any kind of competitions anytime soon. You are just existing. You are existing. You're wanting to be a healthy and fit person. Eat your 3 meals a day. At least, okay? You can have a snack in between if you are hungry, but if you are structuring around getting your protein in, eating your fruits and veggies, having more like whole foods, and by whole foods, I just mean you aren't eating chips, a bag of chips every single day because like, yeah, it's good to have. I still have chips in my cupboard right now, but I am not eating them every single day. I'm eating them for a snack, for a treat. So you have that balance and flexibility. We are not doing cheat meals either anymore, okay? And again, if this is what you want more help and support in, or just to be in this environment, join the diary down below. It's gonna be great. I'm excited about this coming year and the coming months, but it's all about flexibility and balance, and eat breakfast, okay? Eat breakfast, whatever time it is. It doesn't need to be before or after your workout. It can be whatever works best for you. And that's based off of figuring out, going through the work, trying to reconnect with yourself and figuring out what exactly works best for you. But again, this is the baseline. This is the things that are non-negotiable I fall back on. And I know that when life happens, things come up, I'm not feeling great, I can at least focus on this, and this is going to maintain me and keep me going and make sure that I am not only taking care of myself, but I'm helping myself in the future when I am able to get back on track with my routine. So all of that to say, the reason that you have not been able to stick with your routine is because you don't have just a baseline to fall back on. Because when you have that baseline, you're no longer stressed about what is or isn't working. You're still trying to figure out what you do want right now. And sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to work out, and I have to be okay with that because I'm not forcing myself to do it, because when it comes down to it, I want this to be something that is maintainable. So the more that I force and push, especially at this point, this is not for somebody that has never done any kind of fitness. This is for you that has like a decade under your belt. You have done it, but you have done it to the extreme to where you can't just comfortably exist and live your life anymore. So you need to have some flexibility and balance and allow yourself to take time off so you are able to come back to enjoying and wanting to and choosing to. So today I am choosing to go for a weighted vest walk. I'm going to be choosing to go back to boxing tomorrow. I'm going to be choosing to go to the gym on Friday and get my weights in because I want to, and I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to sleep in because I have been exhausted. I don't know about you, but it feels like a train has been hitting me lately for whatever reason. Something spiritually, something physically, something that's just going on in the world. I can't tell you, but it's been not fun. So I'm allowing myself grace because the less stress I can put on myself about being perfect, about following this made up routine that needs to happen when it really doesn't need to happen, it's only going to benefit me moving forward because this is a long-term thing. We are not doing this for a short amount of time. We are doing this moving forward for the rest of your life. Okay, so if this sounds like you're feeling a little bit better about your routine, okay, maybe it's not really that bad. Maybe I am just like needing to get through this kind of season or whatever. Then I want you to check out this next video, because if you are still stressed out about your food and cravings and things like that, especially like once we are coming into the fall and the holiday season, I want you to check this out, go through this 3-day challenge, and then come back and give yourself a little bit more grace, okay? So go ahead, click on that video, and I will see you there.